Attention.
Vancity Drop episode 5. I'm your host, Matt Synesthetics.
And my name is Rhett Olson. We're super excited for the show tonight.
Gonna bring you some fresh electro, some dubstep, some drum and bass. We're covering all the different flavors.
Can't forget glitch, a little bit of softcore juke, some mid-tempo, I don't know.
Totally. We've got some softcore Asian Romanian dubstep swing. It's gonna be you just wait and see. This is gonna be
with
a good
arm
show.
flailing.
Oh, there'll
lots
be plenty
of
of
arm
that.
flailing.
So without further ado, this is our first selection we've got for you. This is a new tune from Miles Away. This tune here is called Come On, and before we started recording this, he said, if I get 1,000 plays on this tune on my SoundCloud, then I'll give it away for free. And as of today, he actually did get 1,000 plays through SoundCloud, so he is actually giving this tune away for free. So head on over to his SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/
Miles Away.
Yeah.
MYLES away.
True
that. And also he put up 3 other tracks for free download, so it's like a super score. So go check that stuff out.
next tune comes to us from a guy named Bez1. This is a Missy Elliott remix, a tune called The People. Bez1 is BEZWUN on SoundCloud.com, and he's from a town that I used to mess around with Catholic schoolgirls in when I lived in Australia.
And speaking of Australia, our mix this month is also by an Australian, so make sure to check that out at the end of the episode. Make sure to also fly on over to his SoundCloud. Tons of free downloads. He is a remixer, a mashupper. He just likes to play around.
I'd just like to say I really like Perth.
And Catholic girls?
People, gangsters and pimps and people smoking beneath the reapers. Up in the club with speakers, hi-hats and bass and tweeters. DJs is dropping leaders, sweat till I catch a fever. Call me the realest diva. Yo, I'm on fire! People go ahead and pick up, get in the club to fuck up. See me, you got get up up. Someone to touch and rub up. Show me some love, strip off your clothes and take off your socks. The party's jumping, I see something fly. Boy, I wanna kiss you, but I'm just too shy. Let me dance with you, let me wear you out. Here's a glass of orange juice, let's go exit out. The music's playing, way down in my soul. When you dance behind me, I lose all control. Make me grind my hips, make me move my waist. When the music come on, you take my breath away. I'm at the bar now, and I'm buying drinks, and I got this feeling, and it's all over me. I wanna dance with you, and lick your face. Meet me on the dance floor to feel some ecstasy. The vibe is right now, and I'm about to score. Mr. DJ, can you play this joint once more? Cause I see the man I want him right away. I look him right in his face and say, dance with me. People, gangsters and pimps and people smoking beneath the reapers. Up in the club to speakers, hi-hats and bass and tweeters. DJs is dropping leaders, sweat till I catch a fever. Call me the realest diva. Yo, I'm on fire! People go ahead and pick up, get in the club and fuck up. See me, you got get up up. Someone to touch and rub up. Show me some love, strip off your clothes and take off your socks. The party's jumping, I see something fly. Boy, I wanna kiss you, but I'm just too shy. Let me dance with you, let me wear you out. Here's a glass of orange juice, let's go exit out.
And this next tune comes to us courtesy of none other than Sticky Buds. This tune is called West Coast Bass Killer, and it is a free download on his SoundCloud page, Sticky Buds.
Yeah, this Kelowna resident is really laying it down. He has a forthcoming track that I just want to shout out, coming on a brand new Spanish funk label called Tremendo. On the release, you'll find other tracks by Ursula 1000, Bricks, Bobby C Sound, and tons of other peeps. That one's going to be exclusively on Juno Download.
And I don't know about you, but if you don't want to check out a Spanish label called Tremendo, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, Tremendo is a really cool name. I will give them that.
Tremendo Records.
Ole, ole.
Yeah, I'm not Spanish.
Yeah, West Coast Bass Killer by Sticky Buds.
East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast.
And calming things down a little bit, but keeping with the breaky, funky vibes, we got a Funk Hunter remix of Neil Young. This one's called Old Man. Cruise on over to their website, thefunkhunters.com, for a free download, guys.
Totally solid tune. Great remix. Not much more to say about it. It just sounds good.
One thing I should say is keep your eyes open for the Funk Hunters. They're doing a little bit of a Canadian tour right now, and if you cruise on over to that website, they have tons of freebies. They have a Harvest EP available for free download. Just the list goes on. Funkhunters.com.
Actually, thefunkhunters.com.
Whoopsie.
Such a cause. Give me things that don't get
Waka 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 wah. Right about now we've got the one like Vespers. This tune is called Put Down the Gun featuring MC Vex, and this is the Alicia remix.
Yeah, Vespers is super talented, and if you want to check him out live, he's playing in Vancity in November, the 26th at Tunnel. This EP features an Alicia remix, which is equally as amazing, so make sure to pick up the EP.
Be sure to check out that Tunnel party. There's the rest of the East Van Digital crew, and the one like Timothy Wisdom is dropping, well, it's his album release.
Yeah,
so
brand new EP.
Brand new EP called The Fate, so do go and check that out.
Waka waka waka. This next one is forthcoming on East Band Digital, produced by Woodhead, featuring the Shamik vocals. Wonderful, wonderful track, made even better by Game Boy and Self-Evident.
Getting some nice Evident Game Boy flavors in there. You can definitely hear the production styles of Self-Evident and the obvious addition of Game Boy with his 8-bit stylings. It's really full frequency range dubstep tune.
This one is a panty remover. If you turned up your subs and got a girl to stand right beside it, her panties would vibrate down to her ankles. Try it.
Just a friendly public service announcement from the Vancity Drop podcast and vancitydrop.com that we will not be held responsible for any panties which may be removed and any sexual harassment lawsuits which may arise as a result of using this music in order to remove panties. Also, Self-Evident and Game Boy will not be held responsible. However, I'm sure they would like to know about it if it actually works.
So please thank us if said activity happens.
But not on the internet.
Vancity Drop favorite Monolithium just recently featured on Accelerator.com. This track is called I Want Your Love.
Totally solid tune. It's a chunky, funky monkey. It sort of starts off almost awkward and sort of chugging along, but I really like it because when I first heard it, I'm like, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. It was kind of like I was listening to a typewriter, but after about 30 seconds, I kind of just started to get into it, and it just gives you these
super
warm,
groovy, super solid
vibes, and you, it's just one of those tunes that at first you're like, I don't know, and then you start listening to it, and you're like, oh, my pants are grooving. Oh, all right, I really
I'm
like
moving
this.
to this.
So hopefully you guys dig it just as much, but yeah, this is I Want Your Love, a free download from Monolithium, whose SoundCloud is Monolithium with 3 M's at the end. And this next tune is called Rattlesnake. It comes to us from Klein with a K. This nice, really, really deep tune. Totally digging it. Klein's been DJing since he was 15 and has some pretty cool productions on a nice, deep dubstep vibe.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out on his SoundCloud. Only 20 years old. I love this track. I really love the rattlesnakes literally in the background, panning, going from side to side in your headphones if you're wearing headphones right now. If not, it wouldn't matter.
And this is also a good time to remind you that you can get all these podcasts on our website, vancitydrop.com, and of course, iTunes as well. Now, I should also remind you that if you're listening to this tune and you're not hearing very much of it, or some of the other tunes, and you're just listening to those crappy little white iPod headphones, that you are doing yourself a disservice as a bass music enthusiast, and you owe it to yourself to get some nicer headphones. And if you happen to have nice headphones, and you have a friend who is listening to this music on crappy little white headphones, break them.
Or better yet, Christmas is coming up. Be a nice guy or gal and buy him a new set of headphones. Starting up right now is a super fun, flavorful track from Crimson out of Calgary. We played a track on a past episode called Untitled VIP.
And this tune, called Seppuku, actually has a name. Now, just a little info about Seppuku. Seppuku, for those of you who don't know, is Japanese art of suicide. It's not really that dark. It was for shogun who dishonored their clan and wanted to die honorably. And so they would stab themselves with a sword and then pull it up inside them and over. So super, super hardcore. And this has a little Japanese vibe to it.
Yeah, this one's really cool. It takes that electro-y Jack Beats sound, if you guys are familiar with Jack Beats, and overlaps it with a subground of really dubby, Dega sound, if you guys are familiar with Dega sound.
Totally. tune comes from us from Vancity, local dubstep thrasher Sub Antics. This tune is called Ragaman.
Yeah, super solid tune featured on the latest release from Dank and Dirty Dubs with a pairing from Enigma Dubs who we featured before. Really solid tune, Reggae Man, lots of reggae vibes. Yeah.
Keeps with a sort of funky dubstep, not just smashing your face with its knifey, smashy grime. But
I call that fuck you dubstep.
That's an excellent name for it, actually. And this one is, it goes there a little bit, but it's more like funk you dubstep.
I'll take it.
And this one comes to us. It's a K-Hoff remix of Breathe Carolina's Blackout. Now, we featured a tune by K-Hoff a couple of episodes ago, and this one I think represents a more focused and contained and controlled sound. Still grimy, but it's got
a softer side. Like it's not like those other tracks that have ADD. It goes from soft to hard and angry and just like rah rah rah.
It's not like sugar nails.
Yeah, exactly. This one actually has some emotion and it's really well laid out. So here we go.
Cigarette the wrong way. Inhale to the top of my lungs. I've been dying for this. And when you say I'm not okay, I'll let my phone in the cab. Now you can't get back. I'm only getting started. I won't black out. It's some kind of thing. Let's go without order.
Starting up right now is one of my favorite tracks right now. It's coming off of a brand new album by Ganja White Night. Night is spelt with an N, guys. This album is our album of the month. It's entitled In the Garden. And like I said, I'm super, super excited about this track and the album as a whole. It's their second full-length release. And this new one is 11 tracks of pure beauty. It covers the variety, the diversity of bass music.
And this tune is called Odo, and I'm not sure whether they're speaking Portuguese or they're speaking Japanese. It kind of sounds at the beginning like they're doing this sort of like tribally Brazilian thing with a berimbau, and then they get into the arguing after the cell phone beeps, and it sounds like it's in Japanese, and so I'm going to just call it confusing language. But the rest of this album has some really, really excellent sounds in it. You've got some heavy sort of ear-rapey dubstep bangers. You've got some really more flowy stuff. You've got some French rap with accordions in it, and you have a 10-minute tune called Skunk, which is like tipper breaks, drum and bass, dubstep, and epic. It's 10 minutes long. You got to listen to it. Anyways, Ganja White Night, In the Garden. Here you go.
Odo Washiren Pasongpi Losi Wan Halo Ganja White Night Iren Lerra Swa Odo Washiren Pasongpi Lo Si Wan Halo Odo Washiren Pasongpi Lo Si Wan Halo Ganja
Switching over to the DMB, brand new one off of Stride Recordings, one of Canada's best, in my opinion, DMB labels. This is Strange's Embrace.
Stride Recordings has come out with some great stuff. This one just dropped October 20th, and this particular tune is quite a departure from Strange's typical style that he's had over the last few releases. It's been a little darker and grimier. This whole EP is actually really well balanced. So you've got this really sort of uplifting hospital-esque tune. You've got some sort of deeper liquid. You've got a little harder, darker, and it's a really nice...
Really, really well balanced. 4-track EP. Highly recommend it. Go pick it up wherever you buy your music.
And this one comes to us from Abstract Sonnets and Leo Zen. This tune is called Jungle in the Carnival, out on Bass Bong Records.
Yeah, Bass Bong Records is a brand new label out of BC here. Really excited about the stuff they have lined up for us. Leo is from Japan, currently residing in Salmon Arm, and Abstract is from Kelowna, currently residing in Salmon Arm. And pretty much a year and a bit ago, they came together and were like, hey, we can make music that sounds really awesome. So here we go, guys. Carnival in the Jungle.
Bassbong.com. And this one comes to us from Edmonton's John Rolodex on his new label Machinist Music. This is from the Evolving Styles EP, and this is his tune entitled Between Two Worlds.
This one's really, really crazy. It's a little bit of an arm flailer, so if you're that kind of guy or gal, by all means.
It's a roller for sure.
And now we've come to that point in the show for our classic of the month. Right now we have Mystical Influences released from 1999 featuring MCGQ, Dub Plate Pressure. This is the Sniper remix.
This is a classic. This is one of those tunes that, like, as a drum and bass DJ, I love a lot of the older tunes. We got to find a way to mix them, and some of the huge big room tunes that come out nowadays just don't quite stand up. The production styles aren't as full and impactful, and this is one of those tunes that, despite the fact that it's like older by drum and bass standards, is still an absolute stormer.
Yeah, it's a destroyer.
Oh my god.
It will make any dance floor go from 0 to 1 billion in a matter of not even a drop.
Absolutely. I believe I the speed I like to put it as goes from 0 to 8 shit.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah, that's right, for real. Chewing down the bumper clock. Legs. No, wait, special. Chewing down the bumper clock. Legs.
Shinogo featuring Alana J. Brown, a tune called Let This Go, and this is the Atma remix.
Yeah, Atma did a great job remixing this, considering the original is just piano and her vocals. He brought the D&B and kept the soul. He did a wonderful job. I have a feeling this remix is going to be around for a while. And if you guys are super lucky and if you go on to SoundCloud and tell him it's wonderful, I'm sure he'll put it up for free download.
And this concludes the us talking about stuff portion of the show and into our mix section, which this month comes to us from Wednesday the Rat from Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, Wednesday the Rat is definitely making a name for himself on the other side of the planet. He's playing gigs left, right, and center with tons of remixes available for free downloads.
Getting some Can Blastery, Moonbaton, straight up stripped down house sounds.
With a little side of UK funky.
Shit's tight.
Check out his website, WednesdayTheRat.com.
Remix. Metal. Soda. Metal 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 soda.
Mid.
Say L U B say A H E B A L
Santiba. Ponteros.
Gravity.
Egypt.
Bira kvinnor, weed. Du, jag lever primitivt. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Du, jag lever primitivt. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat.
That keeps my fire burning.
Du, jag lever primitivt. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Du, jag lever primitivt. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat.
That keeps my fire burning.
Du, jag lever primitivt. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Du, jag lever primitivt. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, bira kvinnor, weed. Mat, lever primitivt.
And that concludes VCD 005. Stay tuned for 006. And if you haven't already, subscribe on iTunes for that automatic download.
VancityDrop.com.
VancityDrop.com.